is a free website which you should have bookmarked for a multitude of different reasons. But in today's video, we are going to talk about their free stock screener. And I'm not just going to cover it, I'm actually going to give you 3 free screeners that I utilize to find stocks to trade. All I ask in return, like the video, make sure you're subscribed. Let's jump into the content. I thought about taking some time right now after the intro to kind of give a tutorial of what is on this page, but I think it's relatively self-explanatory. You have a list of filters here, which you decide what you want to set as, and the stocks that meet those criteria are returned down here at the bottom. I don't think I need to take too much time talking over that. Let's just jump right into the first screener. And this is actually a screener that I use a ton. Now, I use a version of this inside of my brokerage more so than I do on Finviz, but this tool is amazing and it's very much worth talking about because, as I said in the intro, this is just a website. You don't have to have a brokerage account. It costs no money. It's just a website. And then you can come in and you can obviously create these screeners. And what this one is doing is it's returning multi-day strength. Stocks that have been strong for multiple days. I have the performance, both performance valuations here, I guess the word I'll use, set to month plus 30% and week plus 10%, meaning it's had a strong month. But not only has it had a strong month, over the last week, it has also been relatively strong. An overbought RSI, so a high RSI over 60, an average volume of over 500K, and I have mine set to a price over $1. Obviously, if you want to trade penny stocks, just don't set that, but that's what I have mine set to. And with all of these things, they're just so I can show you this, they're just drop-down menus. They're not fully customizable. You have to select something unless you pay. There is a custom if you pay. But with the free version, you do have to select something in the drop-down, but they give you enough choices here. It's granular enough that you can get what you want. But let's go ahead now and let's take a look at some of the stocks being returned by this scanner, right? If I go ahead actually and drag this over to the left, we're going to go ahead and drop through some of these stocks. So ALT, this stock just had a very strong day. Maybe not the best example, but CLSK, good multi-day strength. LABU, very nice multi-day strength. MARA, extremely nice multi-day strength. You're starting to see what this scanner is used for, right? Find stocks that have been strong for multiple days in a row. I love to trade like this. I'm a trend continuation trader. These are the stocks I look to trade. This isn't really necessarily a strategy video, and I'm not telling you how to trade, but just showing you the power that even a free website can return you the types of stocks that you are looking for. Path, BitF, A-Firm, all just amazing multi-day strong stocks that are returned from this first screener just given to you for free. Now, I am going to give you all of my Finviz screener setups for free today, but if you would find it easier just to be able to click on them and not have to set them up yourselves, if you go to my website, daytradingstrategies.net, link at the top of the description, you can get access to the URLs of these screeners saved in a nice location for you like this, as well as access to all of my other stock market trading code. The second scanner is a little bit different. Rather than just that sort of descriptive, technical, and fundamental screener list that you could set on the last scanner that I showed, in this one, I'm on the custom settings here, and this allows you to add your own columns and then sort by them. And as you may or may not be able to tell, this is a screener looking for the most shorted stocks in the market. So I just have a ticker, company, float short turned on, which I am then clicking on to sort by volume and price. And as you can see, some of these lists down here, PXMD, 99.25% of the float is apparently short. TIVC, EBIX, FSR, we'll click over and look at those in just a second. But this is using custom columns and sorting of the custom columns in order to return, in this instance, the highest percent float short stock. So let's go ahead and pull some of these up. I'm sure these will be really beat down stocks. Yeah, PXMD, very beat down. TIVC, very beat down. Starting to make a move, though. Could potentially be why this is only 59.8% short float right now. Although There is, and I'm just going to mention this. This is not a Finviz exclusive thing, but every screener you look at when you start looking at float percentages like this, they are not necessarily live updating, right? They may update once a month, once a quarter, once a week, and you sort of need to figure that out in whatever screener you're using. But this is still, a screener like this is going to give you a good idea of what are the most heavily shorted stocks in the stock market. And it's really nice to have this list. It's really nice to have this list because let's go back and look at TIVC. Say you have this list and you have this list published on your desktop somewhere. You have a note, a sticky note. You have these stocks written down. You will know once these stocks start moving, once TIVC maybe started popping on this day, you would look over at this list and you would go, oh, this stock is very heavily shorted. It is more likely, and of course, just like with anything else, if it's on the list and it starts moving, it doesn't mean it's going to fly, but it may be more likely to incur a short squeeze, right? And that's where I make use of this scanner. Scanner number 3, much like the previous scanner, is using custom columns and sorting. This time, the bread and butter is coming from this volatility on the week. This is a column that returns the amount of percentage that the stock was volatile on that week. I also have a little bit more columns turned on this one just so I can see sector and industry. You can obviously sort of pick and choose what columns you want to see. The volatility on the week is the sorted one and the important one here though. And much like the last scanner as well, these are going to be stocks that are going to be really nice to just have on a sticky note somewhere on your desk for the week, for the month, whatever it may be, however you decide to do it, so that when they begin moving or when you're sort of building your watch list during pre-market for what you're going to trade that day, you will know to keep an eye on these stocks. Hey, these stocks have been volatile. Volatility creates opportunity for day trading or for swing trading, for really any kind of active investing. You want to be looking for that volatility. So VVOS, XBP, SNGX, RDHL. If we go over and we look at the daily charts of some of these, VVOS, this is the stock that went berserk, obviously extremely volatile over the last week. XBP, looks like this one just IPO'd, obviously been very volatile though. SNGX, extreme volatility. RDHL had a lot of fun. I mean, this thing's gone from 66 cents to 320 back to 160, and these at least the last two. The last two screeners aren't necessarily coming with any specific strategy, and that's the beauty of them. If you're a continuation trader like me, maybe you're looking to long it on this day. If you're a reversal trader, maybe you're more so looking to long it down here. Obviously, the strategy needs to be built, and that's an entirely different conversation that pertains to the screeners, but you must have screeners like this, right? You must have screeners set up like this that are returning the types of stocks that you want to trade, and then you build your strategy around that. So Finviz is an extremely important tool, and in today's video, we went over 3 different free screeners that you can make use of. Once again, I did give them to you for free. If you find it easier to just be able to click on the URL and not have to figure out how to set this stuff up yourself, check out my website. Link at the top of the description where you can get access to this and all of my other stock market custom strategies, indicators, watch lists, columns, all of that stuff over on my website. That being said, please like the video if you made it this far. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss more free stock trading information like this. And with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sign out of this video, but I'm going to link you all to a video here above my head about whether or not I think day trading is profitable.